Hello YouTube, my name is AC from AC Toy Design. I want to apologize and thank everyone if you watched my previous video on this. I did not say what I wanted to say, and so I'm re-recording it. So thanks for being here. To start off, I've got some notes on my tripod, stuff I don't want to forget. I have been a toy designer and action figure customizer for almost a decade. My audience is 100% adult. My videos on here are tutorials for the most part and deal with sharp objects, knives, chemicals, safety gear, and show how I do what I do. So my target audience is 0% kid. I say that because I'm part of the community that is now scattering and they're under threat by the COPPA, FTC, YouTube situation, and I don't want to rehash what better people have said before me as far as what is going on. So below in the show notes there's a few links to people that have explained this far clearer than I'm about to. And there's also a link to the FTC website where you can voice your concerns and opinions in an adult and constructive and logical, rational way. And I hope that you do that. What COPPA is, real quick, it is the crusty old people protecting us from asparagus. Nah, just kidding. It's the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act of 1998. It was created with good intent. Unfortunately, it is outdated. And what happened basically is the FTC has COPPA guidelines. They should be enforced by YouTube as a platform, and YouTube said that they were, but then they got caught because they weren't enforcing the COPPA guidelines. And so instead of handling it in a rational, logical, and defined and precise way, they just wipe their hands of it, wash their hands of the situation, and pretty much threw a giant demographic and percentage of creators on YouTube under the bus in an effort to show that they were cleaning up their act. So what that has done is starting January 1st, anybody who has kid content or what could be misconstrued as kid content on their channel could be fined $42,000 for each video that they deem, that the Terminator Matrix bots deem indiscriminately kid content. And your channel could become invisible, could be deemed kid content. Your videos could become virtually invisible with zero interaction, comments, demonetization, so you can't monetize them. And basically the whole point of why I'm doing this is to reach out to bigger creators on YouTube with a bigger audience, because it would be really easy if I were a automotive or travel channel to just, I'm sure those guys are aware of the COPPA situation. It would be really easy for them to sit back and just say, well, it's not going to affect me, so what do I have to worry about? It will affect you eventually. This thing is so undefined, and it's so scatterbrained and panicky on YouTube's part that it could turn into something that will affect YouTube as a platform, very likely. It's going to cause a lot of creators to jump ship. It's going to cause a lot of viewers to jump ship. And so if you are like I said, a DIY, a home improvement, a travel, a food, a makeup, fashion, you rely in part on a general audience that tunes into YouTube for not only your content, but also this kids content, okay? Whether it is kids content, which should be on kids YouTube, and that's part of the mark that was missed by YouTube, or whether it's stuff that could be misconstrued as kids content. Even though your content is probably safe, 100%, as one of the bigger channels that does those broader, more adult themed, strictly adult themed content, you're still going to feel the hit from the mass exodus. And I guarantee that in this vacuum that's created of the mishandling of COPPA, a new platform will come out of this. And a new platform will come out of this for creating video that will handle the COPPA guidelines correctly. It will communicate with the FTC correctly, and you're going to see a migration over to that. I guarantee it'll happen. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. And it's not just toy channels that are at risk of vanishing or being fined. Anything that is deemed kids related or kids content. So that could be toys, comic books, video games, music, movies, TV shows, cartoons, anything like that. Even though it's directed at an adult audience, intended for adults, it's going to fall under this umbrella. And if you are a parent that allows your kid to watch that stuff and wants them to watch that stuff, it won't be there. They won't be able to find it. Literally, it'll be virtually invisible. And if you're a creator that likes to create that stuff and talk about it because you grew up in the 80s like me, we talk about vintage toys that kids can't buy anymore except on eBay with eBay accounts or in stores with their parents. That stuff is not going to be available anymore. So it's a big mess. But it is possible to clean it up, and it's all in YouTube's hands and the FTC, but mostly YouTube. They could handle this far better. They could define it far better. And so I'm trying to appeal to those channels that do strictly adult stuff, adult-themed content, who probably have much larger audiences than someone like me. I thought that I could offer a unique perspective because I don't make money off of YouTube. I'm brand new within the last month. None of my videos are monetized, and I've only got like 8 or 9 on there anyway. I think this is the 9th. So I don't make a dime off of YouTube. The way it's looking, it's possible that I never will, even though my content is 100% adult targeted. Again, check out the links below. I wanted to mention a few channels that I do follow that, even though their content has toys or comics or cartoons on it, they target an adult audience as well, and they are in jeopardy of either vanishing or being fined or all that stuff. The Craftsman, Pixel Dan, Michael Mercy, Dan Larson from Toy Galaxy, Foosh Robo, all of those guys are in jeopardy, and so many more. But all of those guys have handled this situation with grace, rational thought, good communication. So I urge you to check them out and support them. And it would be a shame if those guys disappeared or left or were sort of handcuffed in their content, because it's solid. Yeah, it's family friendly, but it is targeted toward the adult. And that is where YouTube is dropping the ball as far as discriminating between, not everything is black and white, and this situation specifically. So it's important that we as a group of creators come together. We're all in the same boat. If it's kind of a sinking ship in a way, and even though you may be, your channel, your content may be closer to the escape hatch or the escape raft, or on the other side from the hole that's leaking, we're all in the same boat, and it will affect you eventually. So please reach out to your audience. You don't need to say much. You just need to share the links below, and let's get the voices heard. Let's get the conversation even bigger, and handle the situation. I do believe it will be handled in a good way. I think it'll work out. I really do, because it's such a mess. It can't just be left like this. So in closing, I just want to leave you folks with a couple quotes to think about. One was brought to my attention today by my buddy, the Craftsman, and it's from the late comedian Mitch Hedberg, who said, any book is a children's book if the kid can read. Something to think about. The other is from a marginalized 90s rocker who said, "We may rise and fall, but in the end, we'll meet our fate together." What baby? Okay. Jeez. Sorry. So thanks for tuning in. Hit the links below. Check out the FTC website. Voice your opinion. Spread the links. It's very important. Get your voice out there. Be a part of the discussion in a constructive and rational and mature way, and you'll be heard. And this will all work out. All right. I'll see you in the future. Thank you. Say thank you. Okay, I heard it. That's a good one? That's a good one.